Hi PSU fans, PlayStation Nation, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning into PSU for more E3 video impressions. We want to keep telling you about VR because it's an important point, it's something that's big on the scene this year with Project Morpheus. We have Ernest over there playing his VR games, he's just got out of his appointment, but we just got out of seeing Loading Human, brought to us by our friends at Maximum Games. So this was kind of an interesting experience for both of us, and we each took away something very, very different from it. But just, I guess, you know, on the aesthetic level, it was, what would you say, like a first-person adventure, first-person exploration?
First-person adventure game, just kind of like, I mean, similar to kind of, obviously inspired by a lot of the point-and-click adventures of old, but this is, you are the mouse, basically, at this point. You are moving through the world. And
you're examining the bottles, you're looking at the key cards, you're swiping the key cards, you're doing all that stuff. So, environmentally, it was really just one room, one double-decker room on a space station. The plot details, the story details are so cagey at this point that we really don't know how to talk about Loading Human, except that it's a sci-fi setting, it's discovery of some kind, and it's coming when Project Morpheus launches. So, yeah, as far as exploring that room goes, you know, we had a few miniature goals, right? It was test the waters, you know, play around with this key card, check out turning the knobs, look at the bottles, and just really acclimate into space. It felt more like a Morpheus tech demo, right?
Yeah, it was interesting. It was the first VR demo I've ever done. Yeah, especially, and obviously the only Morpheus demo I've ever done.
Which made it really interesting to watch you, by the way, because I got to see it from inception. You know, what does a longtime gamer do when Morpheus is first dropped out of their head?
I've never had. Yeah, it wasn't difficult to get used to, but I've never had to have my. It was weird because I never felt like I've ever had my hand held that much playing a game before. But it needed to be done. Yeah, because otherwise you'd be totally lost, and it's completely new controls. So,
and not to mention the difficulty of even like knowing where the move controllers are, which is an important point. We were playing with two move wands, one in each hand with the glowing balls, and it kind of...
They represented your hands.
Yes, absolutely, in the game, which was a really cool thing, really cool concept. It was essentially just being able to rotate your hand in almost exactly the way you wanted to, you know, one-to-one, real time.
Yeah.
Pulling the triggers to pick objects up, using the face buttons on the controllers to turn left, turn right, step forward and backward. I really felt as we say, the Oculus Magic presence in that space when you can take, you know, your head twist like this, you can go like this. You're, you know, inverting your view, looking specifically at the way you want to, the way your neck cranes to see those things. I started to get a little bit sick. Yes, and you were watching me, of course. You know I got a little bit sick, but this was my first experience with actually moving around that environment. It was straight VR sickness, you know, as I described to them. It was cold sweat, it was chills, it was just the beginnings of nausea in only a few minutes of playing. And I didn't have that when I played New Valkyrie ages ago. So how did that feel for you?
To me, it was fine. The demo was only 3 minutes long, so we didn't get to go much farther than that. But also, pro tip for any of you future Morpheus players: we found out that the only cure that our friends there at Maximum.
Oh, the candy ginger. Yes, the
candy ginger is the cure that they only found.
Find it at your local drugstore.
But yeah, it was. I was fine with it, but you were moving around a lot more than I was because I was doing I kind of did the crash test first before you went on, so it was kind of going through the step by step. Pick things up and moving kind of slowly, and I was kind of taking my time through it, and I didn't realize that it was just timed for 3 minutes. I thought it was just this little area to explore.
Right.
So it would have been nice to kind of speed along a little bit, but
it's the little things that stick with me. It's being able to pick up a bottle and in real life, toss my arm like this, release the trigger, and watch the bottle fly a depressingly short space. given my throw, given how that works. But
they said they were gonna. It was another thing that they had talked about too is just that there's not in this game. It's more of a completely solo experience. They said there was another female character that shows up at some point. That kind of gives more life to the game, so you're not totally by yourself. But other than that, you're completely alone, and we're asking kind of compelling reasons to keep moving forward or what's happening to keep you intense. And one of the things they said was that there's a part where you are almost completely engulfed in a room that's on fire. So it's just trying to imagine that in a headset. And then there was a part they said that you'd have to escape in an elevator shaft and how the confined space, and it's just like
it's weird for developers to kind of become almost biologists in a sense. Like, how do we deal with
Right.
claustrophobia? How do we deal with the different biological reactions that people have to VR?
Yeah,
But
because it's no longer. You could still put those things up that they used to do for epilepsy for games, or
Yeah.
they had the warning at the beginning, but it's a lot more delicate territory that they're stepping into,
It
so
is.
it'll be interesting.
And it's a very interesting period of months and years forthcoming.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they do in that space. So thanks for watching our impressions of Project Morpheus. We do what we can. It was so surreal, to say the least, to be in that space.
Very
So,
hard to explain.
Yes, it is. Well, we try.
Yeah, we try our best.
And thanks for watching our attempts. Stay tuned to PSU for more E3 2015 coverage. We'll bring you everything we see to help bring you to the presence of this show floor. Thanks for watching.